All right, friends, today's the day. This is getting done because we got to use it. We got other stuff we got to move on to. So we're going to get this back together and maybe possibly service the oil and stuff in the tractor, whatever it needs. That may be a different video, but right now, 5100 planter is our main goal. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and today we're gonna get this rig ready to roll. So I got 3 more wheels to put on, and I'll show you what the story was on that. So I got all these other arms here, see, and then I got to get these set screw style bearings, see. So that way it'll fit in there more better. I could have probably ground on the other ones and made a place, but let's just keep what's supposed to be, you know, the right way. So we'll put these wheels together with this, and then, like I said, 3 more arms. I got 1 done there, and we should be good to go. And that part of the operation is done anyway. All right. Now, another fun fact, which I maybe did not say in other videos, and someone said it in the comments if you read through. One of the most unfun parts about this is that these holes only line up one way, with like the holes in the back piece. So when you're putting this in, you need to make sure you get it really close, or you're gonna have a sad time, because you can't, I mean, turn it 180 degrees. I try to get it where they're pretty well lined up. You can take a long punch or something and get it fine tuned in where you can get bolts started. That's pretty good right there. Yeah. So okay, let's see. There you can see the difference in the bearing styles. This one has that little swoop-de-doo for the set screw to catch in, and the other one was just a straight shaft with a hole through it. So that's the difference. Yeah. Good. Get in there. Can I break that one? Probably getting close. If I didn't. Yeah. Uh-huh. Cool it. There. Another one. Ready to roll. Shall we use this new arm? Why, of course we shall. Now, I don't have a set screw, unfortunately, on hand for this. And it's been my observation before that bolts don't usually stay tight, but I'm hoping that it will hold for now until I get to town again. And I'll buy another set screw. So that's what we'll do. we'll really wrench it in there so we can twist it off and then have to drill it out. See, that's what we want. There. Alright, there's another one. I need to grab a grease fitting for that, because the one from Agco here did not come with a grease fitting or the set screw, and since I didn't realize this was going to be a set screw arm, I didn't order that. So that's how come we arrived here. These two that came from the obsolete warehouse came loaded with everything you need. So yeah, I'll go grab a grease fitting and then this one will be done. And we got two more. Oh boys, I just remembered something else I gotta do. Make a call, figure out when they can get this electric line down so that I can work on that barn roof too, because I don't want to have to pay for that lift longer than necessary. Now my phone's going tweedledee again, so that can only mean one thing. It's already starting for today. Tweedledee. I got them. Alright, doing two things at once here, but this one is done. So we'll take it out. I probably should have painted it, because it looks like it's pretty well bare metal, but it's coated with that cosmoline, so we know it'll rust and get a nice coating of rust on it. But whatever, it'll be fine. So still not totally feeling the best, and on my A game, I totally forgot to start filming stuff. I've been doing things here and not even, no camera. So anyway, we're all the way to the last one. Got 2 wheels to put on. So we'll crawl in there and get that done. And then I think we should be good to go. And like I said, I think it's been long enough. I better take those seed plates out again. And I did run the blower a minute ago, but I want to run the blower again and make sure everything is totally clean. Put them back in again. And then put the caps on, which I think everything was in the box. Yeah, I laid it in the box, but I can already see, and that's why I want to take it apart a second time, that our furry little friends have been in some of the boxes and carried fluff and things in here, so we're not having that. That will just cause us trouble later. So 2 wheels on, and then like I said, do all that. I want to, this adjuster and one more adjuster, for whatever reason, decided to not turn anymore. It's this one. And I had them all loose last year, so that's real handy. But we'll get those spun out of there, and then, you know, we should be back in business. I don't know why that 2 of them decided to do that, because like I said, there was a bunch of them the first time, and I heated them all up, the ones that were stuck, got them broke loose. So anyway, I'm more confident this time with this planter than I was last year at this time, because I had no idea if it was going to work or what needed to be done still. So I feel good that we're you know, this is just a matter of maintenance, really. I know it's going to work because it proved out good results last year, excellent yields, and I can't help but think it had something to do with this, because this planter is worlds better than what I had before. And I like that you can adjust your rate infinitely with all kinds of stuff. That other one I had, you had to adjust each unit individually because it was ground drive, and that was a real headache. You could spend $1,000 for one speed, and then if that wasn't what you wanted, spend another $1,000 for more sprockets and do it again. So yeah, this is much more better. Anyway, talking again, not accomplishing anything. Trying to get out of having to crawl underneath, but not gonna happen, so better just get to it. Sure. Let's get under here. Ah! No. Sure. Missing a bushing on there, that's what I thought. Some of these bushings, and I was kind of ticked about that because I just put them on last year, but other guys have had similar problems where they fail even sooner than that. So I don't know if it's just a bad batch of steel that the Chinesian bushing factory got or what, but they crack and then half falls out or whatever. So, because I put all of this in new last year to try to help some of the sloppiness, which still isn't A1. I still need to do more. As I said before, next year's project, I think, on it, take this all back off again, and I want to get new shafts for it, and then get all the arms bushinged if they don't have bushings in them. Of course, now we have 3 that do. And then I think I want to get that RK Products kit to put on here, and then that should adjust the sloppiness forever out of the wheels, because that is good stuff and has much more finer adjustment. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know, but if you don't worry about it. See, that's great, isn't it? You do all that, and then you still don't have nothing when you're done. Okay, let's put this one on. Jeez. Mama, come on. And I was curious to see how the factory bushing one was made on this arm, because I read some stuff online about people who tried to have theirs machined out and put bushings in, like what I was talking about. And anyway, a lot of them complained that the bushings would work themselves out, and I really don't know how they mean that could happen, because it's kind of captured in there. So somebody said don't machine it all the way through. I guess that's what maybe they're talking about, that one bushing will work its way in and essentially cover the grease hole, and then it still makes it sloppy. But I don't know, these are bushed all the way through, or looks like they're machined all the way through. I think a little Loctite on them would probably hold them in when you do that. So I don't know, I'd like to just change to all the set screw style now that I know that's what the idea is. But they're like 140 bucks a piece, so we're not doing that, you know. I managed to find 2 for the price of 1 on that obsolete deal, so that's why I went that route, and then bought that. I'd already bought that one new one, so yeah, that's kind of where we are here. Maybe I need to make it just a rule that every time I replace a tire, I do it with a new arm, so that, you know, we get this problem worked out on its own. I don't know. Look at that. See how sloppy that is? That's pathetic. But we're gonna roll with it this time, because that's what we got. Much more better on this side. Yeah. Okay, well, at least we're back together. See, we'll worry about all the precision later on. You know, if you take a look at one of these things, and this is not a big planter by any means compared to what people have today, but you got a lot of cash wrapped up in just the lower end of this, you know, affair. All these pieces. This ain't cheap. So yeah, there's not a lot of, when you see farmers getting a big check at the end of the year, not really a lot of profit to be made when you think about what you've got invested in all this stuff, you know. Grandpa basically said, well, farming just gets you the place to live, you know, in the country. You don't have a lot of money left over necessarily, because you reinvest so much of it back into the whole works. But hey, I don't want to live in town, so I'm cool with this. I'm working on this. I swear that chicken just spoke English, but I might still be in a cloud from yesterday. Huh. Sure. All right, well, let's see. I'm gonna try without heat if I can just pop this loose. Maybe unscrew it all the way out of there and then put her back. Looks like I had to clamp it pretty aggressively last time. Oh, yeah, I think we're good. I don't even remember. I guess I can test that on another one. How many cranks I had it set in or out. I thought it was like 2.5, but I don't know. Let's take it all the way out, just to be sure that we're not going to have continued problems later on. Oh yeah, look at all that dirt. Works its way in all this stuff. Yeah, we'll go clean this up and then grease it again so that it gets back like this a second time. But yeah, just a minute. All right, let's see if we can make this more better. There's still a lot to do here. Putting it all together, greasing it, good grief. It takes a long time to get a planter ready to roll. Said about like that. Who am I to argue with myself? That's what I had before, so that's where we'll leave it now. We can always fine tune it later when we're out there in the field. But yeah, every one of them. Didn't remember that. Let's try this one. The updated style is not a solid tube. I guess other people probably had this same trouble like what I'm having, so they changed it to something that would not hold sediment and rust it in there. So maybe one day we'll have to buy all those new too. Come on. Maybe. Urgh. That one's getting tight again. Uh-huh. Gonna be one of those deals, huh? Where we go around and around and around. There we go. Alright. Let's get rid of that. Clean it up, put her back. Alright, another one back in action. Okay, let's go right in there. All right, now what do we want to do next? Jeez, daunting task. I think we'll pull all the seed discs back off. Like I said, shouldn't have put them on so soon. I thought I was going to be farther along in this project than what I ended up to get. So we'll take those back off and clean back out everything I just blew in out of the tubes. So yeah, then after that we can finally close her up for good, and yeah, we're one more step on our way. Most of the seed discs are yellowed from time, but this particular one is pretty clear. Of course, now I gotta wait till I get against my... Get the chain tight, and then you can bust her loose. Gosh, I just blew a whole bunch of trash up in here against this. I wish I had not run the blower till I took this all off again. Shoot. Get off of there, you. Ain't that nice? It's probably not even the right word I'm trying to use, but yeah. They carried stuff, and I guess I didn't really clean it out that great to start with. I just took these off and laid everything in the box, and that's as far as I got. So now we'll do the cleanup operation as we throw all of our stuff to the ground: the seed disc, the bolt, the washer, and we probably lost it all, but sure. Take this one off again. Still a little bit of junk in there, and more dirt. I don't know how the dirt keeps getting, because I know I had this apart and cleaned up. I think I've learned a lesson on this, and that is don't put the seed disc back in until just before you're ready to go, because it seems like it doesn't take much time for it to accumulate more trash in there. So yeah, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I will drain the seed the day that I'm done, and then I will take the seed discs immediately out, put them in the hopper, and leave them there until the next season, because this ain't gonna fly. This is a lot of extra work, cleaning out twice. So yeah, one more maybe. I don't think you need to just sit here and watch me do all these. I mean, not that exciting. Doing the same thing over and over. How bad is it? That one's not too bad. They didn't carry much in there, and it didn't accumulate much dirt back in it after I ran that blower. But still seems like there's some that was settled in there somehow or another. So I'll clean her more better again, start over, probably move the seed gate again, make sure that they're free, and then that way they'll always stay free. But yeah, lesson learned on trying to get going or get ready too quickly. This part of the operation needs to wait till the last minute so as not to accumulate more trash. All right, I'll go ahead and bring you back here. I got most all of them done. Got my pile of stuff there. I've been cleaning, took the wire wheel and kind of shined up some places a little bit, and I've been taking seed gate loose, move it back and forth a few times, clean behind it, tighten it back down. Not that I ever adjust it, but if I ever need to, then more than likely it will still be movable. I think this unit's about done. Got it cleaned out. Got the air hose here too to help blow on that. I'll get the, yeah, as soon as I get these last two done, then we'll fire up the blower on the planter, and we will jiggle all the tubes and stuff and try to bang and tap and see if we can knock any dirt or anything loose out of there that we might catch before we have a problem. But it's coming along pretty good. Can't complain. I mean, it seems like when the dust gets blown in there, whatever settles at the bottom, moisture kind of glues to it. Plus, part of that is that seed inoculant stuff I've been using. So That hasn't been doing me any favors, and I didn't realize how bad it was, but when you get in here, there's actually a layer of that powder from it stuck to the aluminum. So I need to probably clean that out right away, like wire wheel it or whatever, maybe even wash it. I don't know if that's what I want to do. That'll probably make the bearings go out, but I don't know if that stuff is corrosive to this aluminum, so I hadn't considered that before now. So that's something to watch out for, I guess. But definitely the day I finish planting next year, I need to just drop the caps off, empty the seed out that day, and take the seed plates off and put them in the hopper, and then at least that way it won't accumulate anywhere that the mice will go in and hopefully not do like they did this time, because they must have already got in there and had carried some of that trash back in there, because like I said, I had this apart once and I thought it was, you know, not that bad, but then after playing with it now a little bit, take them off and it's a lot worse. So yeah, it doesn't take them very long to make a problem for you. So we'll get going on the rest of this, and then we should be good to go. I don't know that I can film it because it's just a dust cloud when you're doing this. I can't really get any good shots of what I'm doing in there. I try to take the wire wheel here and get down in and give it a little clean off anywhere that stuff might settle, but it's too awkward. You can't really get it in there very good. So anyway, that's kind of what I've been doing. If there's anything else caked on there, I got a flathead screwdriver to scrape a little bit. I think that's what I just knocked to the ground. So between all that, I think we will have us something ready to go. Maybe some of this isn't necessary, you know, like maybe other people don't do it, but I kind of feel like any amount of cleaning we can get off of here, some of this caked on stuff, a lot of that, like right there, was that seed inoculant. But if we can get that cleaned off now, it won't just keep accumulating and become unmanageable at some point in the future. So that's kind of been my plan, right or wrong. So anyway, we'll leave it at that for now. All right, that's cleaned out. So I'm gonna fire it up and run the blower. And I had the blower running this morning, so it should be ready going. Oh, fuel stuff's out. Yeah, you can see it's still blowing out trash. Let's crank her up. Probably all you can get out of it with all that open space. Yeah, because you got all your oh man, you can hear that. There, a chunk of stuff just flew out. These corrugated hoses collect a lot of trash too. tedious, but at the same rate, every little bit helps. I'll stand right here so it blows right in my face. There's a bunch in there. Oh yeah, a lot of dust. That was new last year, that hose. There's some chunkage coming out of there. I think we'll call her there. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, so I think we'll call that a win. I'll slap all that stuff back on and she'll be ready to roll. I think the only thing left to really do to this planter before I can use it is I want to readjust those markers because they've slid down a slight bit and they're not quite right. But other than that, we should be good to drop seed in and go. So yeah, that's where we are. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.